Career guidance can be defined as a comprehensive developmental program designed to assist individuals, particularly the students, in making and implementing informed educational and occupational choices. This may be the very first time MSU Malabang Community High School holds a surrealistic virtual career guidance, but we hope that at the end of this program, you will learn something you can take with you for your next journey. Because in MSU, we help you become the best. Students, faculty and staff, guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to the first virtual career guidance orientation of the grade 10 and grade 12 students with the theme, Pangarap ay mahalaga, panahon man ng pandemya. To formally start this program, may I request a moment of silence as we invoke the guidance of Almighty Allah to be led by Alim Abubakar Amirul, and please remain silent as we play the national anthem after the invocation.
Amin amin ya rabbal alamin wa qala rabbukum ud'uni astajib lakum. Allahumma anta rabbi la ilaha illa anta khalaqtani wa ana abduka wa ana ala ahdika wa adika mastata'tu. A'udzu bika min syarri ma syana'tu. Abu'u laka bi ni'matika alayya wa abu'u bi dhanbi. Faghfir li fa innahu la yaghfiru dzunuba illa anta. Ya rabbi qasadtuka wa antal karim. Da'awtuka wa antal azim, rajawtuka wa anta rabbul alamin. ناديتك وأنت الرحمن الرحيم ويا رب ارحم أبدا ناداك وليس له سواك. اللهم اكشف الغمة عن الأمة. اللهم اصرف عنا الوباء والبلاء. اشفنا شفاء تاما وعافينا في أبداننا وأخرجنا مما نحن فيه من الهم والحزن والقرب. فأنت الله الذي لا يرد السائل وأنت الله القادر على تغير الحال لأحسن وأنت الله الذي إذا دعي أجاب يا من يقول لشيء كن فيكون أن ترحم البلاد والعباد. اللهم الطف بنا فيما جرت به المقادر. ارحمنا رحمة واسعة وارزقنا عافية الأبدان ونور الأبصار. يا كريم يا رحيم يا عليم يا رب العرش العظيم يا قاضي الحاجات يا كاشف القربات يا مجيب الدعوات يا غافر الزلات. نعوذ بك من البرص والجنون والجذام ومن سيء الأسقام، ونعوذ بك اللهم من زوال نعمتك وتحول آفيتك وفجاءة نقمتك برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين وجميع سخاتك. ربي أوجئني أن أشكر نعمتك التي أنعمت علي وعلى والدي وأن نعمل صالحا ترضاه وأصلح لي في ذريتي إني تبت إليك وإني من المسلمين. وصلى الله على سيدنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وسلم. سبحان الله والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang magiliw, telas ng sinakalan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyag ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisingil, sa nagatang tutok sa simoy at sa langit mong bangaw, ay hinatang tulad, awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nagkilindig, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pamay di magdidinig. Luman ang araw ng walhagit pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang inigaya ng pagkay mga amin, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Thank you so much. It is truly an honor to host this event. Once again, I would like to warmly welcome everyone in today's affair. I would also like to extend our deepest gratitude to everyone who has taken the time off in their busy schedule to join us today. Before I call on stage the person in charge for the opening remarks, I'd like to share a few things about her achievements before she was installed as this unit's school principal. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to say that our dear principal has been an active faculty member of MSU Malabang Community High School for 33 years. Not to mention that she has also taught as college instructor at MSU Malabang Community College for 4 years. The major turning point of her academic endeavor started when, after 4 long arduous years, she obtained her bachelor's degree in agriculture at Misamis University as Cocoa Feed Scholar. In 1997, she has successfully earned her certificate of proficiency in teaching in biology, which indeed a major leap for her teaching career. Soon after, she enrolled at MSU Iligan Institute of Technology for her master's degree in biology. This is also the same university where she finished her doctor's degree in biology. Moreover, she is not just a teacher, but a researcher as well. In fact, she has already published several of her studies to different journals here and abroad, and even presented some of her studies to various international conferences. Before being appointed as the school principal, this person, whom considered by many a great leader, has served the school as a science coordinator and a hard-working member of the faculty for many years. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome the impeccably courteous, ever-present, and accountable Dr. Kunaida Gampong Kamama.
A'udhu billahi minasyaitanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ya Rabbi lakal hamd kama yanbaghi li jalali wajhika wa azim sultanik. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. And good morning to one and all. It gives me immense pleasure to have this chance to finally pursue this first virtual career guidance orientation for our grade 10 and grade 12 with the theme, Pangarap ay mahalaga, panahon man ng pandemya. It gives me great contentment to welcome you all with our beloved students, still full of hopes and pursuing their dreams in these most trying times. Today's event is a truly chance to learn more and be inspired more from our various resource speakers. As you see in this generation and this time of pandemic, continuing your education in its different mode of learning, but it is all new to you and even to us, is indeed a challenge. However, we have to be strong and think that this too shall pass, inshallah. That is why this kind of orientation will surely be of great help to you, our beloved students, to continue and never give up for what you have started. With this, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to all of you, especially the teaching force of Mindanao State University, Malabang Community High School. This event will not be realized without your time, efforts, and dedication to your respective assigned tasks and to the school in general. Again, a warm welcome to all, and may this orientation become more profitable and fruitful for everyone. Thank you and wassalam.
Thank you so much, Ma'am, for that heartwarming opening remarks. At this point, we will hear an introduction for the first resource speaker from Professor Kashi Gerli G. Alipala, the Senior High School Coordinator.
This morning, the task of introducing one of our resource speakers for this year's virtual career guidance orientation for grade 10 and grade 12 is such a privilege. Hence, it is with great honor that I introduce to you one of the most active and most diligent supervisors in Lanao del Sur 2 under the Ministry of Basic Higher and Technical Education in BARM. She has earned her Bachelor of Science in Agriculture, major in Entomology in the University of Southern Mindanao year 1982 in Cabacan, Cotabato, as a COCOFED scholar, and finished her Master of Arts in Education in Teaching and non-thesis course at Sharif Kabunsuan College, Cotabato City. With her commendable qualification, our resource speaker became an assistant instructor at the College of Agriculture, Entomology Department, University of Southern Mindanao from 1982 to 1983, and elementary grade teacher at Jose Abad Santos Central Elementary School, Malabang, Lanao del Sur from 1989 to 1993, and was promoted to Master Teacher 1 when transferred in Balabagan Central Elementary School at Balabagan, Lanao del Sur from 1983 to May 2008. And currently, she is being designated as Education Supervisor 1 in Filipino in the Division of Lanao del Sur. Without much ado, please help me welcome the Private Schools and Peace Education Coordinator, Ma'am Mila Violanda Lacambra.
Isang mapayapat, magandang araw sa inyong lahat. Assalamualaikum, my greetings of peace sa lahat ng mga guro, estudyante, punong guro ng MSU Malabang Community High School. Isang karangalan na maaanyayahan na maging isa sa mga tagapanayam sa inyong first virtual career guidance program orientation ng inyong paaralan. Bilang isang pansangay na tagamasid ng sangay ng Lanao del Sur 2, kasama din kami sa tutulong at gagabay sa inyong future career pathways, lalong-lalo na sa pagpili ng inyong senior high school strand or track na siyang maging daan patungo sa isang maliwanag na kinabukasan. Ang ating bagong K-12 curriculum ay na-implement sa Pilipinas noong 2012 at nagsimula tayong nag-enroll ng grade 11 noong 2016 at nagpapatuloy tayo at nagkaroon ng unang graduates, first batch graduates sa 2018. Ang ating karagdagang 2 taon ng senior high school ay dinagdag upang ang mga mag-aaral ay makapag-isip kung ano talaga ang tatahakin niya sa kanyang buhay, lalo na sa kolehiyo. Siguro maaring kayo ay nasa junior high school pa sa ngayon at kailangan ninyong maging handa sa inyong napakahalagang desisyon na gagawin, lalong-lalo na sa inyong pagpasok sa grade 11. Naisagawa na rin siguro ninyo ang iba't ibang module at proseso kung paano magplano sa isang paglalakbay patungo sa susunod na level ng edukasyon or sa inyong career planning journey, upang marating ninyo ang tamang landas patungo sa inyong ninanais na buhay bilang isang tao. Sana ang videong ito ay makatutulong naman sa inyo na matuklasan ang inyong mga interest at kakayahan na siyang maging susi sa inyong pagtatagumpay sa napili ninyong strand or track. Ang senior high school ay mayroong 4 na track, lalo na sa mga nais na magpatuloy sa kolehiyo. Ito yung sa academic track, kung saan maging college ready na ang mga estudyante. Unang-una, ang tinatawag nating ABM track. Ikalawa, ang HUMS track. Katatlo, ang STEM at pang-apat, ang GAS. Ang ABM ay ang mga estudyanteng nais na kumuha ng accountancy, business, and management, or maaring ito ay tungkol sa mga negosyo. Gusto nyong maging isang negosyante at siguro kayo magaling naman sa mga numero, no? Ito ay inyong mga interest na dito kayo magiging matagumpay sa track or strand na ito. Ikalawa naman ay ang HUMS. Ito yung mga gustong kukunin ng mga estudyante na mahilig magkaroon ng community engagement and wants to talk with people and knows how to talk in front also of people. Ang ikatatlo naman ay ang STEM, kung saan ito yung mga may hilig sa science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Sila yung mga talagang mahal nila yung mga scientific formulas, mga numbers, and research. Sila yung mga nais na kumuha ng strand na ito. Ito namang gas ay sa mga naguguluhan pa ng mga estudyante na magkaroon ng hindi pa nila napili yung kanilang tamang strand na kukunin sa senior high. So balit ito sa general academic strand ay nandito na po lahat yung mga subjects na will lead you to the different courses in college. Ang ikalawa naman ay ang TVL or Technical Vocational Livelihood Track, kung saan meron ding 4 na strand: the Agri, Fisheries and Arts, Home Economics, ICT and Industrial Arts. Napakaraming maitutulong itong mga technical vocational na mga kurso, kung saan sa Agri, Fisheries and Arts, ito yung hands-on learning sa agriculture at sa aquaculture. Lalong-lalo na dito sa ating community na meron tayong malawak na mga lupain. Kung nais nating magpatuloy sa agriculture, nais ninyong magtanim, lalong-lalo na sa landscaping at sa mga nais ng aquaculture, meron tayong mga malawak na karagatan, at mga lawa, lalong-lalo na sa lawa ng Lanao. Ang ICT naman, syempre ito yung mga nais na magpatuloy sa computer world, na nais nilang magkaroon ng mga magagandang kinabukasan dito, at nais ninyo ng mga computer servicing, mga graphics, magkakaroon kayo ng magagandang mga kurso kung ito ang nais ninyong kukunin kung kayo ay magpatuloy sa kolehiyo. Ito yung mga software specialists, mga network engineers, at sa encoding magaling kayo at madali kayong makahanap ng trabaho. Sa mga industrial arts strand naman, sa nais na tutungong abroad, it will provide you with skills, lalong-lalo na sa carpentry, automotive, driving, electronics, servicing, sa mga plumbing, at sa tile setting, kasi karamihan sa ngayon ay nasa construction. Nais nilang paganda ang kanilang mga buildings, mga kabahayan. Pagtitingnan natin, ang ganda-ganda na ng mga designs, mga electrical installation. So balit ito ay hindi man na din ngayon sa mga construction businesses, at alamin din natin at alamin din ninyo ang mga paaralang handang ibigay ang mga iba't ibang strand na inyong nais na kukunin. Meron din naman dyan sa inyong paaralan sa MSU Malabang Community High School. Meron kayong senior high. Huwag na kayong pumunta sa ibang lugar dahil sila ay meron namang offered na senior high school education. So ang maganda dito, sa tulong ng inyong mga magulang, kailangan din naman ninyong hilingin ang kanilang gabay, hindi lamang ang mga guro, ang kakayahan nila sa papatuloy ninyo sa inyong pag-aaral sa senior high school. So marami tayong konsiderasyon sa mga desisyong gagawin ninyo, at upang maging handa na kayo ay kailangan ninyong dumaan sa mga iba't ibang hakbang sa pagkilala at pag-alam sa direksyon o kung ano-ano ba ang nais ninyong piliing strand or track. Hindi ko na po pahahabain at talakayin ang iba pang detalye. Meron din tayong sports track. Siguro ito'y tatalakay ng ibang speakers din sa virtual career guidance pathways din ninyo ngayon. At meron din tayong arts and design track. Itong sports track, ito yung mga estudyanteng magtatapos sa track na ito ay magiging tournament manager, fitness instructor, maaari din silang magiging coaches, magagaling na coaches. Sa arts and design track, all students who wants to earn money through arts ay maaari din sa architecture, graphic design, industrial design, animation, photography, and filmmaking. No? So, marami kayong mapupuntahan. Hindi lamang kung gas lang ang offered sa isang paaralan, yun na lang kasi yung mga kaklase nyo, doon na lahat sila napupunta. So, pwede din kayong pumili kung nais ninyong may pagpatuloy yung interest at kakayahan ninyo sa pagpapatuloy ng pag-aaral. Meron ding 3 senior high school exits kung saan makakaroon ka agad kayo ng trabaho kung kayo ay may mga skills na, lalo na yung mga textbook and livelihood courses or strand ang kinuha ninyo, mabilis na kayong makapagtrabaho. Maraming kumukuha dahil ito ay job ready. Kapag kayo ay nagkaroon na ng national certificate, NC1, NC2, and NC3, kayo ay lamang na sa ibang mga nag-a-apply ng trabaho. So magaling na kayo at siguro marahil kayo ang magiging unang kukunin ng employer. At ito namang sa negosyo na pangalawang senior high school exits, kung magaling kayo sa pagluluto, dressmaking, and other related skills sa negosyo, kung magaling kayo sa negosyo, pwede naman. Pero kung nais ninyong magpatuloy sa college or kolehiyo, it is not a burden, no, of this 2-year additional years sa senior high school dahil ito'y naghahanda sa inyo to think of what you wanted to be in the future. So sa inyong mga mag-aaral, pakinggan or siguro kung ano yung nais ninyo, ang interest ninyo, kakayahan, kailangan ninyong isipin kung ano talaga yung gusto ninyong tunguhin, no, para mayroon kayong magandang kinabukasan, magpatuloy kayo sa inyong pag-aaral. Ang career planning is a continuous process, no? It requires a process of decision making and analysis and until desired career goal is achieved. So, kung nais ninyong maging matagumpay na college student, so kailangan ninyong magpatuloy, kukuha kayo ng academic track because this will help you. So kailangan ding magkanda kayo ng self-assessment to determine whether the interest and skills match with your preferred career pathway. So hindi lang yung kung ano yung gusto ng kaibigan or best friend mo, kukunin mo din na strand. Pero kung iba naman yung interest at kakayahan mo, patuloy mo yon. Students will discover their interest and talents. So ito yung sinasabi dito. So you have to know thyself. The first step to knowing thyself is being aware of what we are, not just an individual, but as a person endowed with gifts and talents that need to be discovered and developed. So students, you have to discover what are your different interests, different talents, skills, and values. So yun ang magiging gabay ninyo sa inyong pagpili ng senior high school track. So ang masasabi ko lang, ang aming tungkulin lamang ay bigyan kayo ng gabay at pagbibigay encouragement kung papaano kayo magkaroon ng kaisipang kayo talaga ang pumili at hindi kayo pinipilit ng inyong mga magulang. Pero kailangan din naman konsultahin ninyo ang inyong mga magulang. At sa tulong din ng inyong mga guro, school head or school principal ng inyong paaralan, kung meron kayong guidance counselor, makakatulong din yun ng malaki sa inyong matagumpay na buhay. Sa inyong lahat, maraming salamat at isang magandang araw.
Thank you so much, ma'am. That was truly an inspiring message, ma'am. At this juncture, we will hear another introduction for the second resource speaker from the ever-active Assistant Principal, Professor Annabel P. Rabaya. A virtual round of applause, please.
With great pride and honor, I am here to introduce to you our young, intelligent, and multitasking resource speaker who hails from the peaceful barangay of Igabay, which is under the municipality of Balabagan, Lanao del Sur. Our second resource speaker can be considered an accomplished person at a very young age, for he graduated as consistent class valedictorian both in his elementary and secondary years at Igabay Elementary School and Balabagan Trade School, respectively. He was also a consistent dance lister and achieved scholar when in college, where he was able to finish 2 bachelor's degrees in a span of 5 years. The first degree is the Bachelor of Science in Hotel and Restaurant Management at the University of Southern Mindanao, Cabacan, Cotabato, batch 2006-2007, and a graduate of Bachelor of Science in Information Technology in Southern Christian College, Midsayap, North Cotabato in 2012, where he graduated with flying colors by being an annual class honors awardee. Then, after 5 months of earning a certificate of professional education in Balabagan Trade School, Balabagan, Lanao del Sur on October 2014, he then took and successfully passed the licensure examination for teachers, major in technology and livelihood education. With his very impressive academic records, it was no doubt that he was able to hold various most sought positions, such as being a college instructor, at the same time an assistant college registrar from June 2012 to March 2015 at Aranon Foundation College, incorporated in Daguan, Kapatagan, Lanao del Sur. He also became a project technical staff for 9 months under the Commission on Higher Education in ERMM, Cotabato City, where he was responsible for preparing training materials and communicating the respective participants and registering attendees on the conducted trainings and seminar workshops. He also became an administrative assistant for an assistant budget officer in the Commission on Higher Education, ERMM, Cotabato City, responsible for agency's budget preparation to be submitted to the Office of the Regional Governor, ERMM, Department of Budget and Management, House of Representatives, and Senate of the Philippines, and even acted as back staff in technical budget hearing and Congress and Senate budget hearing. Our speaker was also designated as Pamana Chid College and an educational assistant project coordinator who always see to it to have completed 100% the request of funds for the student beneficiaries' educational assistance. Given these remarkable and amazing achievements, and with his eloquence in speaking, plus having a charisma in dealing with people, he's always been invited to the various speaking engagements and even assigned as host and moderator in various regional, national, and international events. One of them was being a resource speaker by the MSU College of Education during the seminar workshop on current trends, issues, and role of educational technology in the Key to 12 curriculum, held on November 30, 2018 at Lecture Hall Academic Complex, Mindanao State University, Marawi City. A legit bachelor with pleasant personality, a very supportive son, and a very religious man, my bride in faith. Ladies and gentlemen, I am deeply honored to present to you one of our most respected resource speakers of today's event, Mr. Jamal Marinta.
A pleasant morning, everyone. My courtesy to Mindanao State University Malabang Community High School Principal, Dr. Kunaida G. Kamama, faculty and staff, and students. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. It is my great pride and an honor to be invited as one of the resource speakers in the first virtual career guidance orientation for grade 10 and grade 12 with the theme, Pangarap ay mahalaga, panahon man ng pandemya. This activity is timely and relevant for each student to be guided and encouraged to pursue their college education amidst this pandemic. I believe each one of you has initial plans on what particular program or degree to take on. However, most of you are still undecided to pursue college, maybe because of lack of financial support. Today, I will present secrets that benefit each one of you to pursue your college education. I will share the Commission on Higher Education Scholarship and the Unified Student Financial Assistance System for Tertiary Education, or the UNIFAS programs. These are government programs for equity, inclusivity, and accessibility for all students who wanted to pursue their tertiary education. One of the regular programs of the Commission on Higher Education is the Student Financial Assistance Programs, or the STFAPs. This is a CHED merit-based scholarship program offered for the incoming freshman students enrolled in the recognized priority programs of the private higher education institutions or in priority programs offered by the state universities and colleges and the CHED accredited local universities and colleges. There are 4 grants of these two paths. We have full state scholarship, wherein the grantee will receive 60,000 pesos per academic year, and half state scholarship, wherein the grantee will receive 30,000 pesos per academic year. Dito po sa full state at half state scholarship program po natin, kailangan po yung mga grantee ay enrolled po sa public HEIs. And we also have another grant. We have full PASFA scholarship, wherein the grantee will receive 60,000 pesos per academic year. And the last one, we have half PASFA scholarship, wherein the grantee will receive 30,000 pesos per academic year. The same with PASFA, the full and half po, kailangan din po yung mga grantee po natin ay nakapag-enroll sa private HEIs. So what are the documentary requirements when applying for the HTFAPS program? We have the filled up application form. Ito yung pong makukuha po natin ito sa mga CHED regional offices. The second one, we have good moral certificate. Third, certification that the students belong in the top 10 of the graduating class. The fourth one, we have certified true copy of grade 12 grades for the first and second semesters. The fifth one, we have BIR income tax return. Kung wala po tayong BIR tax return, we can get or ask our barangay na magkaroon po tayo ng certificate of low income, provided sa certificate of low income po natin, kailangan naka-indicate po yung annual income po ng parents. The sixth one, we have photocopy of PSA birth certificate. Next is the certificate of residency and 2 pieces 2x2 ID picture. And one of the mechanisms for the selection is based on the priority courses aligned with global innovation platforms of science, technology, engineering, agri-fisheries, and mathematics, or in STEAM programs, as stipulated in the CHED Memorandum Order Number 5, Series of 2019. And here's the list of priority programs under science: applied physics or physics, biochemistry, biology, botany, chemistry, Doctor of Dental Medicine, criminology, forensic sciences, industrial security management, geology, human biology, molecular biology, biotechnology, marine sciences, environmental science, disaster risk management and climate change, and zoology. List of priority programs under technology. We do have civil technology, mechatronics technology, electronics technology, mechanical technology, electrical technology, industrial technology, cybersecurity, information technology, computer science, information system, library and information science, entertainment and multimedia computing, automotive technology, and aviation technology. And here's the list of priority programs under engineering. We do have agricultural biosystems engineering, architecture, ceramic engineering, civil engineering, computer engineering, electrical engineering, electronics engineering and electronics communications engineering, food engineering, genetic engineering, industrial engineering, manufacturing and production engineering, marine engineering, marine transportation, materials engineering, mechanical engineering, metallurgical engineering, mining engineering, petroleum engineering, robotics engineering, sanitary engineering, and structural engineering. And these are the list of priority programs under agri-fisheries. We do have agriculture technology, agriculture and its hybrid programs, agroforestry, animal husbandry, animal science, doctor of veterinary medicine, fisheries, and horticulture. And here's the list of priority programs under mathematics. We do have applied statistics, applied mathematics. Aside from the STEAM or the science, technology, engineering, agri, fisheries, and mathematics priority programs, we also have other priority programs. These are priority programs or courses aligned in key growth areas: process outsourcing, tourism, general infrastructure, and priority manufacturing industries. Business administration with specialization, major or track in business analytics. Business administration with specialization or major or track in business process outsourcing. Hospitality management or hotel and restaurant management. And the tourism and travel management. And recently, the Commission on Higher Education released the CMO number 10 series of 2021. This was released dated July 5, 2021, and its effectivity will be on July 20, 2021. This is the basis for the prioritization and selection of the applicants for the next academic year, 2021-2022. There are also additional national priority programs, essential and part of the country's development plan, particularly during this pandemic. It also included in-demand and hard-to-fill occupations and jobs and/or green jobs as identified by DOLE, PCCI, POEA, TESDA, and PRC. There are also priority programs as identified and needed by each of the region. And here's the list of additional priority programs in the CMO number 10 series of 2021. Addendum to the priority programs stipulated in CMO number 5 series of 2019. For the field of science, we do have meteorology. For technology, we do have aircraft maintenance technology and aviation-related programs. For architecture and related programs, we do have fine arts, interior design, landscape architecture, environmental planning. And for business management, we do have accountancy. And for health professional education, we do have Doctor of Optometry, Medical Technology and Medical Laboratory, Midwifery, Nursing, Nutrition and Dietetics, Occupational Therapy, Pharmacy, Physical Therapy, Radiologic Technology, Respiratory Therapy, Speech-Language Pathology. And for teacher education, we do have secondary education majors in science and mathematics, culture and arts, early childhood development, special needs education, and sports and exercise science. And for social sciences, we do have community development, human services, IPs, studies and education, peace studies, psychology, and social work. Moving on, let's now proceed to the Unified Student Financial Assistance System for Tertiary Education Programs under RA 10931. So what is this UniFAST program? In 2017, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte signed into law the Republic Act number 10931, or the Universal Access to Quality Tertiary Education Act. The law promotes not only access to free education in tertiary level, but also ensures that a student receives quality education from institutions that meet the standards set by CHED. So what are the programs under RA 10931? We have the Free Higher Education, or FHE, which is currently being implemented in the state universities and colleges and the CHED-recognized local universities and colleges. We have these affirmative action programs in the UniFAST, where in the SUCs, the CHED-recognized LUCs, and the TVET institutions will formulate and implement affirmative action programs to enhance access of disadvantaged students, the LUMADs, Muslims, and other indigenous people, persons with disabilities, students from public schools, and students from depressed areas. And FHE, all Filipino undergraduates enrolled in state universities and colleges and CHED-recognized local universities and colleges shall no longer pay tuition and other school fees, but subject to the following. He or she must pass or meet the admission and retention policies of the institution. There's no age limit or financial requirements in availing of FHE. And of course, no previous undergraduate degree, meaning yung nakapagtapos na po ng isang kurso o itong mga second courses po natin, they can no longer avail the free higher education. The second one we have, not overstaying at the college level. Example is the maximum residency rule wherein kapag lumagpas, for example, yung 4-year program po natin, hindi po niya natapos in a span of 4 years. So, the UNIFAS will give 1-year grace period for the grantee. And after that, wala na pong grants na mabibigay sa kanya kapag na-extend na po after sa 1 year na binigay sa kanya. The second program of the UNIFAS is the Student Loan Program or SLP. Currently, we have SLP on a short-term basis, which allows students to borrow up to 60,000 pesos without interest if you pay it within a loan term of 1 year. Application is done to the HEIs you are currently enrolled. And the HEIs will be the one to endorse the student's SLP application to the UNIFAS. And we also have free technical vocational education and training being implemented by the Technical Education and Skills Development Authority or TESDA and a state-run TechVoc institutions. This is good for the students who wanted to enroll short-term courses and skills and training programs. The fourth program of the UNIFAS is the Tertiary Education Subsidy. The Tertiary Education Subsidy, or the most popularly known as TEST to our students. The TEST is different from the CHED Merit Scholarship Program of CHED. This is a grant provided by the national government to support the cost of tertiary education of enrolled students who are qualified to receive this educational assistance worth 60,000 pesos in private HEIs and 40,000 pesos for private HEIs for the whole academic year. And then, baka magtataka mo kayo bakit mas malaki sa private HEIs kaysa sa public HEIs. Since sa public HEIs po, they are covered with the free higher education. So, pagbabalansin po natin, pantay naman din po, parehong 60,000 per year. Aside from the tertiary education subsidy grants that will be given to the test grantees, the UNIFAS will provide additional benefits for the persons with disability, amounting to 30,000 pesos per academic year. And it provides one-time reimbursement amounting to 10,000 pesos for grantees who are taking board or licensure exams. Meaning, yung mga enrolled, yung mga estudyante na enrolled sa board courses, meron po sila additional na 10,000 pesos reimbursement sa mga gastusin nila during the reviews or before taking the board exam. And of course, the newly integrated program of the UNIFAS is the Tulong Dunong program. This was integrated just this academic year, 2020-2021. This is a congressional district program wherein students will directly apply to their respective congressional district office to avail the said program. The office of the congressman will be the one to endorse the list of recommended applicants for funding to said UNIFAS. And the grantee of the Tulong Dunong will receive 15,000 pesos per academic year. Aside from the CHED scholarship and the UNIFAS programs, I will be sharing with you the Bangsamoro government's Ministry of Basic, Higher, and Technical Education programs that is called the Access to Higher and Modern Education Scholarship Program, or MSP. This scholarship program complements existing higher education scholarships, subsidies, loans, and similar programs implemented in BARM for qualified senior high school and ELS graduates in the region. It gives special eligibility to qualified combatants, the children, orphans, or surviving spouses in line with the Bangsamoro government's post-conflict rehabilitation and development efforts. It will provide 60,000 pesos per student per academic year to qualified student beneficiaries Region 1. MSP, or the Access to Higher Modern Education Scholarship Program, is guided by the Ministry of Basic, Higher, and Technical Education's key priority areas that aim to produce one professional per family. The BARM Education Ministry is encouraging the Bangsamoro students to apply for the Access to Higher and Modern Education Scholarship Program, or ABSP, or this is known as Bangsamoro IQ Scholar. And for queries, you may reach them through Facebook page at Ministry of Basic, Technical, and Higher Education, and or email them at mbhte.ame@gmail.com and mbhte-highered@gmail.com. And to further know about CHED Scholarship and UniFast programs, you can always visit our website and social media accounts. For Facebook, for the UniFast, we have at UniFast Official, and for CHED at phched.gov for updates and stories about UniFast and CHED scholarship programs. And you can also visit our website for UniFast at www.unifast.gov.ph, and for CHED at ched.gov.ph. For now, thank you so much, everyone. I hope everyone is guided about the government initiatives to provide scholarship programs for every Filipinos. Mangarap po tayong lahat na abutin po natin ang mga pangarap natin sa buhay. May pandemya man o wala. Dahil sa panahon ngayon, posible na po tayo makapagtapos ng kolehiyo sa tulong ng mga programa ng ating gobyerno. Thank you so much, everyone. Shukran, and Allah bless.
Thank you so much. Now we will hear another introduction of resource speaker from our Filipino coordinator, Professor Flora Filiano.
A pleasant good morning to everyone. It is my great honor to introduce to you our next speaker. Our next speaker is a native of Malabang. She graduated at Our Lady of Peace High School as salutatorian. She finished Information Technology at Mindanao State University, Iligan Institute of Technology. Ladies and gentlemen, our next speaker is no other than Major Marigel Miras Manigbas of Quartermaster Service, Philippine Army. She is a graduate of Officer Candidate course and a proud member of Matinghala Class 29, 2006. Prior to her assignments as the Executive Officer of the Office of the Quartermaster General, Armed Forces of the Philippines, she was assigned with the 1st Logistic Group, Army Support Command, Philippine Army, and has also held various positions such as Admin Aide of Commander ASCOM, Logistic Officer, Personnel Officer, God Officer in her previous unit assignments. In the course of her Army career, Major Marigel Miras Manigbas attended various military and training courses to excel in her field, among which were the Quartermaster Officer Basic Course, Ammo Management Course, and Combined Logistic Officer Advanced Course of All Training and Doctrine Command, Philippine Army. She also received various awards and medals such as Silver Wing Medal, Gawad sa Kaunlaran, Bronze Cross Medal, Sagisag ng Olirang Kawal, Military Civic Action Medal, and Military Merit Medals. She has been in a regular force, Armed Forces of the Philippines, for 16 years, and she is happily married to Captain Joseph Elmer P. Manigbas with one daughter, Jillian Bliss Miras Manigbas. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Major Marigel Miras Manigbas.
to the faculty and staff of MSU Malabang del Sur, incoming grade 11 senior high school students, good morning. I felt honored and grateful to be invited as one of the speakers in this career orientation activity. This is indeed a helpful way or a good starting point to guide and assist you, the students, in choosing an appropriate and sensible career. But before I talk about the profession or the career I have right now, may I just share to you a brief background about me. So, I am Major Merigel Emenibas from the Philippine Army. I am from Malabang del Sur. Nagtapos po ako ng elementarya sa Jose Abad Santos Central Elementary School. And I also graduated at Our Lady of Peace High School. So, nung college ako, pumasok ako sa Mindanao State University, Iligan Institute of Technology, and graduated with the course of Bachelor of Science in Information Technology in 2001. Medyo malayo po yung connect ng BSIT to Philippine Army. So, why BSIT? Because during our time, as far as I can remember, wala pong career orientation activity na ganito. So, yung mga estudyante, kuha lang ng kurso kung ano yung pinili nila. Walang additional ideas or information na ini-input sa mga estudyante. So, ako naman, way back then, dahil usong-uso yung mga computers, that was 1997, nung gumraduate ako ng high school, I decided to choose or to kunuha ko yung kursong Bachelor of Science in Information Technology, assuming na after graduation, marami akong mapapasukang trabaho. But unfortunately, from 2002 to 2004, wala po akong naging matinong trabaho. Fast forward tayo. Dahil lumaki naman po ako sa kampo and marami akong relatives na nasa military, sinubukan ko pong kumuha ng exam para maging sundalo. Yun po ang tinatawag natin na Armed Forces of the Philippines Aptitude, Service Aptitude Test. Yun yung AFSAT. So, nung nag-exam ako, nakakuha ako ng mataas na marka, qualifying me para maging opisyal. Yun yung Officer Candidate Course. After nun, nung pumasa ako sa exam, I took a 1-year rigorous training in soldiery and leadership at the Officer Candidate School in Tarlac and graduated as second lieutenant in 2006. Since then, parang nasabi ko sa sarili ko na gumanda yung buhay namin. Bakit? Nakatulong po ako na magpaaral sa aking kapatid and nagbibigay po ako ng suporta sa aking pamilya financially. Habang nasa training po kasi ako, I'm earning as much as 45,000 monthly. Pagka-graduate ko naman po, nung naging sundalo, ganap na sundalo na ako, sumasahod po ako ng 54,000 monthly. Though yung pagiging sundalo is not included in the top 10 highest paying jobs dito sa Pilipinas, I can assure you that being in the government service or AFP in particular, marami po kayong mai-enjoy ng mga pribilehiyo and benefits. Isa na dun yung sahod, yung pay and allowances, na dihamak na mas mataas kaysa pumasok kayo sa mga private companies. Meron din po kaming free dental and medical expenses. That is to include our dependents. Ibig sabihin ng dependents, father, tatay, nanay, and mga anak and asawa. So, free yun, medical and dental expenses. Meron din kaming free schoolings and trainings, locally and abroad. Pwede kayong ipadala ng Philippine Army sa abroad and dito lang sa within the Philippines na sila ang babayad sa tuition or sila ang gagastos para sa iyo. Meron din po kaming pension after retirement. So, as the years go by, syempre, eventually, mapopromote kayo. Ibig sabihin, madadagdagan at madadagdagan ang sahod nyo sa pagiging sundalo. Lahat po kayo ay pwedeng maging sundalo for as long as you will meet all the requirements and pass all the exams and tests. Initially dapat po physically and mentally fit. Yun po yung sinasabi nila, physically and mentally fit. Kahit nga mahirap yung trabaho ng pagiging sundalo dahil we are risking our lives to fight against lawless elements, napaka-rewarding po siya. Sinasabi po nila na ang sundalo ay walang time sa kanilang pamilya. Yes, it's true. Dahil based on experience, dahil ang asawa ko po ay isa ding sundalo, maraming mga occasion na hindi namin nasa-celebrate together. Dahil yun nga, wala na kaming magawa doon kasi yun ang sinumpaan namin tungkulin, which is duty first before anything else. Later after this talk, meron akong poster na ipapakita para malaman nyo kung ano yung mga initial requirements on how to join the Philippine Army. For now, gusto ko lang sabihin sa inyo na kung ano man ang gusto nyong marating sa buhay pagdating ng panahon, maging sundalo man, doktor, nurse, engineer, mga computer programmers, stay focused. Mag-aral ng mabuti and always follow your dreams. That would be all for today. Stay safe, maayong buntag, and kapipitatan na lamang.
At this point, we will hear an inspirational message from a very notable person. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome the newly designated Assistant Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs for External Units, Dr. Hijara Usudan Rande Faris.
Billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi nahmaduhu wa nasta'inuhu wa nastaghfiruhu wa na'udzu billahi min shururi anfusina wa min sayyiati a'malina. May yahdihillaha fala mudilla lahu wa may yudlil fala hadiya lahu. Wa ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la syarika lahu wa anna Muhammadan sallallahu alaihi wasallam abduhu wa rasuluh. In the name of Allah, the gracious, the merciful, all praises is due to Allah. We praise Him, we seek His help, we seek His forgiveness, and we seek refuge in Allah from the evil within ourselves and our evil deeds. Whoever Allah guides, there is none to misguide him. Whoever Allah leads astray, there is none to guide him. I testify there is no God but Allah alone, without any partners, and that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, peace and blessings be upon him, is His servant and His messenger. Pangarap ay mahalaga, panahon man ng pandemya. Magandang tema, akma sa kasalukuyan. Subalit, ang pag-uusapan ay kung ano ang maaari ninyong tahakin na karera sa panahon ng pandemya. Mga minamahal kong mag-aaral, humigit 1 taon na simula ang COVID-19 pandemic na naging dahilan upang matigil ang ating normal na pamumuhay. Maraming establishments, institutions, at facilities na din ang kinailangang isara. Kasama na dito ang mga universidad at mga pribadong paaralan. Gayunpaman, hindi naging hadlang ang pandemya para matigil ang edukasyon. Kaya hindi din ito dapat maging hadlang sa pagtupad ng inyong mga pangarap. Kung pagbabasihan mo ay ang kasalukuyang kinakaharap ng ating bansa, di lang ng ating bansa, kundi ang buong mundo, ay mahihirapan ka mamili, magdesisyon, ano ang akma sa kasalukuyan. Subalit, wag nating gawing hadlang ang mga pangyayaring kinakaharap nang sa gayon ay manatili tayong malakas at matiwasay ang pag-iisip. I was tasked to give inspirational message for your career guidance orientation. Career, however, is a very important thing in one's life. Whatever career path you choose to follow, it will impact your life greatly. Therefore, it is extremely important to choose the correct career path. From a very young age, we need to aspire to be something or the other. While someone aims to be a doctor, some wishes to become an engineer, an accountant, or even a lawyer, or a self-employed ventured in business. And there are lots of them to choose from. Our career choices depend on a lot of things. Thus, it is important to consider all factors before choosing a career path. How to choose your career? You must consider a number of factors before deciding on your career. Firstly, always assess yourself thoroughly. You must understand your area of interest, where you excel. For instance, your wish is to become what you dreamed for. Then, as early as possible, you must choose those fields that will help you realize your dreams. Just as I said, you wish to become somebody someday, then you should acquire the skills for the option you are interested in. I am addressing this to both junior high completers and senior high graduates. For the junior high completers, when you step to senior high, you should look for the opportunities available as per your area of interests. Like, you should choose the best strand to complement your field of interest. There are 5 strands where you can choose from. Number 1 is STEM, which stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Number 2, ABM, which stands for accountancy, business, and management. And number 3, HUMS, which stands for humanities and social sciences. And number 4, TVL, which stands for technology, vocational, and livelihood. And number 5, but not the least, sports. Thus, ensure that you have the caliber to perform well in the field, strand you choose. This will come from your area of interest itself. You may consult your seniors and parents to make informed decisions. Might as well rely to your own instincts. For the senior high graduates, there are steps you need to take before you select your courses to pursue. You look for the field available as per your area of interest. Now that you are aware of what strand you excel, you can identify what field of study you like the most and what you dislike. You can easily look for the field of study that matches your passion. You can try jotting down a list of possible field of studies. You can get into following your interests. This will give you an upper hand in knowing whether you are correct in choosing the specific courses planned. Moreover, always maintain a good study habits. Always remember to stay determined. You can easily achieve your career goal if you set your mind to it. In other words, young people like you usually distract themselves easily. You must not do so and focus on your career path to achieve your goals efficiently. Above all, fear God and always put your heart to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Insha'Allah, by God's will, this pandemic will end, but the pursuit for your dreams ends only if you say so. And such pursuit will only be realized if you give it your all as a student and ultimately as a Filipino. Ika nga nila, ang kabataan ang pag-asa ng bayan. And insha'Allah, kayo ang magsisilbing pag-asa ng mga nawalan ng pag-asa. Kayo ang tutupad sa pangarap ng mga napagod na mangarap. Kayo din ang magiging gamot at solusyon sa mga sugat na dinulot nitong pandemya. Kaya sa darating na pasukan, hinihingi namin mula sa aming mga minamahal na mag-aaral na patuloy na magsumikap at pag-igihin ang kanilang pag-aaral. Hinihiling namin na maging matagumpay kayo sa anumang larangan o kurso na inyong pipiliin. Naway, ang mga pangarap ninyo ang magbigay lakas sa inyo at magsilbi ding inspirasyon para sa iba sa gitna nitong pandemya. Pinibigyan ko pugay ang mga mahal nating mga guro na nagiging daan upang makamit nating lahat. Ang mga mithiin nating patungkol sa edukasyon. And my utmost special commendation sa ating mahal na punong guro para sa kanyang magandang, matuwid na pamamahala sa inyong lahat. Muli, may peace be with you all. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Thank you so much, ma'am. To show our appreciation, please receive this plaque of recognition. Let me read the citation. Republic of the Philippines, Mindanao State University, Malabang Community High School, Tubok Malabang Lanao del Sur awards this plaque of recognition to Dr. Hijara U. Randicares, Assistant Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs External Units, for the unwavering support and unrelenting guidance that in one way or another helped our students decide on what course to take during the first virtual career guidance orientation for grade 10 and grade 12 students with the theme, Pangarap ay Mahalaga, Panahon Man ng Pandemya. Given this 12th day of July 2021. Signed, Dr. Kunaida G. Kamama, the Unit Principal. Thank you so much. At this point, we will hear an introduction for the fourth speaker from our Science Coordinator, Ms. Jenan Andaman Makasayan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Our next resource speaker is a licensed professional teacher who has been teaching for almost 8 years in various schools in Lanao del Sur, both private and public school. She is a current faculty member of the Graduate Program Department of the King Faisal Center for Islamic, Arabic, and Asian Studies of the Mindanao State University Main Campus. She is a graduate of Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English at the Mindanao State University Main Campus. She also finished her 2 master's degree at the same university, namely Masters of Arts in English Language Teaching in the year 2017 and Masters of Arts in English Islamic Studies in the year 2018, where she was awarded Best Thesis Awardee and Most Promising Youth Counselor of the Year. With the desire of continuing to pursue her education, she has now completed all the academic requirements of the degree Doctor of Philosophy in Philippine Studies, major in Mindanao Society and Culture at Mindanao State University Main Campus. Given her remarkable academic achievements, she has presented her papers in various international conferences. The recent one was in Bogor, Indonesia, at the 8th Asian Universities International Conference on Islamic Finance. Our 4th resource speaker, ladies and gentlemen, is the current college secretary of the King Faisal Center for Islamic, Arabic, and Asian Studies, none other than Professor Zahia Balindong Haji Saleh.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Good day to each and everyone, especially the beloved students of MSU Malabang Community High School who are attentively listening right now. Let me start with my heartfelt felicitations and gratitude to the unit principal and its strong force of faculty and staff for a job well done. And of course, for this opportunity you have given me as one of your resource speakers in this first virtual career guidance orientation for the grade 10 and grade 12 students. In this event, you have this theme, Pangarap ay mahalaga, panahon man ng pandemya. A very meaningful theme which summarizes why students are still here and why you are there to support and guide them despite these trying times we are facing. A pandemic which everyone is affected. Nevertheless, students are indeed brave and determined to continue their education. That is simply because these students have their dreams to fulfill. Truth is, your students are lucky because the school has programs like this, where students can prepare and think carefully what to pursue in college. For the grade 10, let me start with the grade 10. For the grade 10 students who will be entering senior high school, which is a preparatory time of the course you will take in college, you choose carefully the track that you want, because your track will determine the course you will take. It will be easier for you if as early as your senior high school, you are already in the right track. For example, if you wish to pursue education and dream to become a teacher in the future, like your admired and beautiful teachers, then you have to be in UMS or GATS. You have to remember that in choosing a course, aside from following your heart, meaning what you really want, you also have to consult your parents as to their capacity or means to support you financially. In my case, I am a teacher by profession. Well, I have to admit that this was never my first choice. I dreamed to become a medical doctor, but there are things which are beyond our control. And aside from that, I asked and listened to my parents and accepted eventually that teaching is indeed a noblest profession. It is where your influence never ends. You touch their lives and be the reason to change it. You teach, inspire, and mold students to become better persons. And of course, to be the better versions of themselves. Pursuing education or education course is a very practical choice. Practical because it is easier to find a job. Children need education. Schools are everywhere. You make other professions possible. My degree, Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English, opens a lot of opportunities for me, especially in the field of teaching, which is a very fulfilling job. It made you happy when you know you contributed a lot to the success of your students. My degree also helps me in my pursuit to higher education. One of these is enrolling to Master of Arts in Islamic Studies. I feel the need to balance and increase more my knowledge in Islam, which also becomes my passport to where I am now, and that is to be a teacher. When you are a teacher, you have this greater chance to get a job. There is this board exam for teachers. This is the licensure examinations for teachers. As an educator who is now connected to Mindanao State University main campus, as one of the faculty members of the King Faisal Center for Islamic, Arabic, and Asian Studies, our college is very much open for students who want to be an educator like me, and of course like your teachers, who can also be a diplomat and Sharia bar passer or Sharia bar top notcher. A course which will make you professionals, at the same time well learned to Islamic teachings, principles, and laws. It is like enhancing and learning more about Islam. I know that the students are familiar with this line, marami pa kayong bigas na kakainin to get to the finish line. Pero walang hindi makakamit ng taong may pangarap, tiyaga, at paniniwala sa kanyang sarili na makakaya niya ang anumang pagsubok na darating sa kanya. Pagsubok na kanyang malalampasan para sa kanyang minimithing pangarap. At higit sa lahat, the belief that the Almighty Allah is always there to help. Never give up. There is this common adage that says, try and try until you succeed. And hold on that. Continue until you get that diploma, you reach your dream, you find a job, and you make your parents proud. I wish you all the best. I wish all the best for the students. Whatever you will choose, May Allah guide you to the right decision. You can do it. Believe, pray, and succeed. Thank you and wassalam.
Thank you so much. At this point, we will hear another introduction from one of our faculty member, a multimedia expert, Mr. Jamal Marinta Baudo.
Good day everyone and Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Our fifth speaker is a graduate of Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, major in Entrepreneurial Marketing at the Mindanao State University Main Campus, Marawi City, where he was awarded Magna Cum Laude in 2011. He obtained his master's degree in Business Management, specializing marketing at the MSU-IIT in 2016. 3 years after, he again obtained another feather in his cap when he finished his doctor's degree in Business Administration at the Cebu Institute of Technology University. This man is truly an inspiration, for he is a licensed teacher, licensed agriculturist, licensed real estate broker, and licensed real estate appraiser. With this, it is not surprising that he was immediately hired and given various designations such as Department Chairperson and College Secretary at the Mindanao State University College of Business Administration and Accountancy in Marawi City. Ladies and gentlemen, without anything else, let us all welcome Professor Adrege June B. Karaekle.
My greetings of peace and prosperity to the competent faculty and staff and well-rounded grade 10 and grade 12 students of MSU Malabang Community High School, headed by your active and able unit principal, Dr. Kunaida G. Kamama. Allow me also to extend my sincerest gratitude to Dr. Kamama and to my friend and former colleague, your very own faculty, Ma'am Sinaida Kanja, for inviting me on this first virtual career guidance orientation. Indeed, it is a great honor and privilege. I would like to congratulate MSU Malabang Community High School for organizing this very important activity despite of the pandemic. With your theme, Pangarap ay Mahalaga, Panahon man ng pandemya. Gusto kong sabihin sa ating mga estudyante na hindi kayo nagkamali sa pagpili sa MSU Malabang where to complete your basic education, as the school really give value in guiding, molding, and preparing you to have better careers in the future. Can we give our school administrators as well as our faculty and staff a virtual clap? The founding father of the United States of America, Benjamin Franklin, once said, by failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. Thus, students, for you not to fail and instead enjoy success, you have to make necessary preparations for your future. You have to give time in making plans for your tomorrow, as our goals can only be reached through a vehicle of a plan in which we must fervently believe and upon which we must vigorously act. There is no other road to success. That's according to Pablo Picasso, a great painter. As you will be turning to the next level of your education, for the case of the grade 10 students, you will be taking now the senior high school. And for the grade 12 students, you will now be entering the college education. It is vital that you have a clear vision and an effective plan. Having a clear vision will guide you to make a right decision what career to take. With your clear vision, it will help you devise a good and effective plan to reach your dream in life. So, what is your vision? What is your goal? What is your dream career? What do you want to be? I want to emphasize your goal, your dream career, and the life that you wanted to be, not the vision of your classmates, not the goal of your friends, not the dream career of your family, and not the life wanted by other people, but yours. Our classmates, friends, and family are just there to inspire and guide us, but not to decide for us. These important people of our lives can give brilliant advices and we can listen to them. But it is still our responsibility to make the decision. Remember, my dear students, life is a personal journey. For our grade 10 students, ask yourself, what course would you like to take in college? So you will be able to decide which strand to take in the senior high school. The 2-year extension of the basic education aims to help students prepare for the course to take in college. A lot of college students have been doing course shopping. Do you know what is course shopping? Shifting from one course to another as they are not certain what course to take. Sadly, especially in this time of pandemic, they have wasted a lot of time, effort, and money. So please ask yourself what course to take. And if you are still in a dilemma, you could not decide, ask counsel, ask advices from the people who truly cares for you, like your family, your teachers, your friends, and then evaluate their advices and inputs, and most especially, ask for Allah's guidance and will so that you can make a right decision. For your guide, grade 10 students, I would like to show to you the different senior high school tracks and strands. It may be familiar to you, but just allow me to show them through a PowerPoint presentation so you will be reminded once again. Okay? So, in the K to 12 senior high school, during your grade 11 and grade 12, there are actually 4 tracks available in the senior high school. You can take academic, technical, vocational, livelihood, or sports, or arts and design tracks. If you decide to choose the academic track, there are also 4 strands available for you. You can take the ABM or the Accountancy, Business and Management strand, the Humanities and Social Sciences strand. You can also take the Science, Technology, Engineering and Mathematics or STEM strand and the General Academic strand. But if you choose technical, vocational, livelihood, there are also 4 options. You can take the Agri, Fishery Arts, Home Economics, Information and Communication Technology, and Industrial Arts. But if you remain or you are firm to decide for academic track, as most senior high school students will choose this, You have ABM, UM, STEM, and general academic strand. If you choose ABM, you are going to pursue higher education in business or management disciplines such as accounting, business administration, entrepreneurship, tourism, and human resource management. If you take humanities and social sciences, then you are to take up higher education in social science related disciplines such as psychology, sociology, political science, languages, communication, and teacher education. For STEM, this is for you who would like to take a career in science and technology programs such as engineering, architecture, information technology, natural sciences, nursing, maritime, mathematics, and statistics. But for those who are still in a dilemma, who don't want or who do have a choice for a specialization, you can take the general academic. But I would like to encourage you that before you enroll in grade 11, I would like to encourage you that you are going to make a decision what specialization you are going to take. Because there is a great disadvantage if you are going to take general academic. Yes, you have a lot of options when you take general academic as you are still on the process of deciding. But sometimes those who are graduate of general academic, we may say that they are jack of all trades but sometimes master of none. It would be better that you are going to choose for a specialization. Of course, that is only from my own opinion. This is one thing that you should remember. Be sure to choose the right track and right strand for you because to choose the wrong track and the wrong strand will make you lose time and money, especially in this time of pandemic. We have limited resources. So we have to save our time, we have to save our money, we have to save our effort. That's why make a right choice. For our graduating senior high school students, you will now be choosing college degree to take. As you have taken a certain track or strand in your senior high school, so you have to consider courses that are covered by your strand. In the case that the course that you wish to enroll in college is not within your strand, it sometimes happen since you made a wrong decision in your choice of strand. I hope you are not one of them, but you can still pursue the course that you really love to take. But you have to undergo some preparation for you to be qualified and fitted to take a certain course outside your strand. In the case of the College of Business Administration and Accountancy of MSU main campus, we require students to undergo bridging classes and take qualifying exam for courses in ABM strand for them to qualify for BS accountancy program and any business related degrees. It is not ideal to take courses outside in your strand. But after thorough consideration, after assessing if you think taking courses outside your strand is the best for you, then I advise that you pursue your dream career, even it takes some extra miles. If such situation arises among our grade 12 students, it is indeed a lesson to be reflected by our grade 10 students from the experience of their seniors, the value of choosing right track or strand. Since my field of specialization is on business, management, and entrepreneurship, allow me to introduce to you the various degrees related in accountancy, business, and management. So I would like to continue sharing with you this presentation. For accountancy, business, and management degree, You can take Bachelor of Science in Accountancy, BS in Accounting Technology, BS in Management Accounting, BS in Banking and Finance, BS in Islamic Accounting and Finance. As we are we are at Varm, no? Marawi City is an Islamic city. So it is best, or it is a good idea that you are going to take BS in Islamic Accounting and Finance to support our city, to support our Moro people. BS in Entrepreneurship, BS or Bachelor of Arts in Economics. You can also take that. You can take BS in Business Administration with the different major in Marketing Management, Human Resource Management, Operations Management, Quality Management, Business Economics, Business Analytics. You can also take BS in Hospitality Management, BS in Hotel and Restaurant Management, BS in Tourism. I also try to search and present to you possible careers for accounting and finance graduates. These are only few, but these are the common careers for our accounting and finance graduate. You can be a chief financial officer. You can be an accountant and then promoted as chief accountant, cost accountant manager, finance director, tax manager, corporate controller, accounting manager, budget officer, financial analyst. You can also be an accounting software developer, especially if you finish accounting technology, auditor, private, public auditor or state auditor, certified bookkeeper, accounting assistant, and even an accounting clerk. Possible careers for entrepreneurship graduates: entrepreneur or businessman. It is really self-fulfilling if you can own a business, because there would be a lot of opportunities, there would be a lot of benefits. Chief executive officer, business manager, finance manager, financial analyst, business consultant, corporate entrepreneur, technology analyst, and many other careers if you are a graduate of entrepreneurship. Possible careers for economics graduates: you can be an economist, economic consultant, market research analyst, policy analyst, management consultant, business analyst, investment analyst, pricing analyst, credit analyst. And you can be a government official or a politician. Don't you know that there are a lot of presidents in the Republic of the Philippines who are actually economics graduates? To name a few, President Gloria Arroyo is an economist, and President Benigno Aquino III is also an economist. So we do not know that among you are future presidents of our republic, of our country. Possible careers for business administration graduates, as there are a lot of specialization. So there are also a lot or diverse careers for business administration graduate. You can be a business manager, business consultant, marketing manager, human resource director or manager, human resource specialist, operations manager, quality assurance director or manager, business analyst, public relation officer, brand manager, brand specialist, sales director or manager, sales specialist, customer service manager, advertising manager, business economist, purchasing manager, franchising manager, and you can even be an office administrator. And there are more careers that I have not listed here. And lastly, possible careers for hospitality management and tourism graduates. You can be a business manager, hotel manager, restaurant manager. You can be a chef, entertainment manager, event manager, public house manager, accommodation manager, travel agency manager, travel consultant, tourism officer, guest relation officer, tourist information center manager, and other great careers for hospitality management and tourism graduates. Ladies and gentlemen, our dear students, I would like to end this presentation by the quote of Anatole France. to accomplish great things. We must not only act, but also dream, not only plan, but also believe. My dear students, I strongly believe on your potential. Just have a dream, make good plans, and take action to achieve the life you wanted to be. May Allah bless your journey to success. More power, everyone.
Thank you so much. We are truly honored to have you here today. To introduce to us the next speaker, may I call on our MAPI coordinator, Mr. Nurhan A. Sarif.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. Our next speaker is an information technology instructor at Mindanao State University main campus and a freelance software developer. He serves as the college secretary of the College of Information and Computer Sciences at the Mindanao State University main campus. He finished his postgraduate degree at Asia Pacific College in Makati City with a master's degree in game design and development. Also, he graduated from Mindanao State University main campus in the year 2016 with a bachelor's degree in information technology, major in database management systems. He was awarded OGT of the Year, Outstanding Youth Volunteer, Leadership Awardee, and Service Awardee. Our next speaker had developed various web-based applications, including BPAR Global IT Solution Company website, an IT company based in Europe, India, and Metro Manila. He acquired his International Software Testing Qualification Board or ISTQB certificate at Pioneer Corner, Madison Street, Mandaluyong City, Manila, Philippines in 2016. Given his desire to preserve the Maranao native language of Maranao culture, he developed a web-based software application called Maranao Native Language Lexicon or MENLEX, an automated dictionary that serves as an advanced, reliable reference of the Maranao culture's native language. Our next speaker is none other than Zakaria B. Gulam.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good day, everyone. My name is Zakaria B. Gulam, a college instructor from Mindanao State University and the current secretary or the college secretary of the College of Information and Computing Sciences. It is my honor to welcome you all to the very first virtual career guidance orientation of MSU Malabang Community High School. Before anything else, I would like to say thank you for the organizer of today's webinar, headed by the school principal of MSU Malabang Community High School, no other than Dr. Kunaida G. Kamama. It is my privilege po, ma'am, to accept your invitation to be one of the resource speaker of today's webinar. Anyway, just a disclaimer, I am not a guidance counselor. I am an IT instructor, therefore everything that I'm gonna share with you today is based on research, fact, and also based on my experiences as a young professional. Let's define first our learning objective for today's session. First, we're going to discuss the learning, what is API. Also, we're going to determine the personality and career interest of a person. Then, as an IT expert, allow me to give you an overview about the career opportunity in computing sciences. Number 1, what is API? API stands for Aptitude, Personality, and Interest. As we all know, these are the key points that we need to consider or before we need to evaluate to ourselves before choosing the strand or course that we're going to take and also will help us to achieve our dream in the future. So, career development process is all about you. You are a unique individual with distinct combination of personality, traits, skills, and interest. Meaning to say, using the API framework, we're going to evaluate ourselves. Ourselves in a way that we should determine and also identify kung ano yung mga skills, advantages natin na saan tayo mas comfortable na gawin, and also ano ba yung capacity natin as a person. Self-knowledge can help you in your career decision-making process to discover career that are best match for you. Meaning, if you really know yourself, you'll be able to identify kung ano ba yung gusto mong gawin at saka kung ano ba yung capacity mo as a person na kaya mong gawin yung isang bagay. So first in the API is the aptitude. Let's discuss first or further about the aptitude. When you say aptitude, is the natural ability to do something. Meaning to say, it's in you already. You were born with it. It's part of your skills already, in which you just need to discover it to yourself. Second one, we have the personality. Personality refers to individual differences and characteristic pattern of thinking, feeling, and behaving. That's how you bring yourself, or that's how you represent yourself as a person. That's your personality. So you really need to know also your personality as a person. The last one is the interest, the state of wanting to know or learn about something or someone. Your interest, what makes you happy? Now that you have an idea about the API, which is identifying the aptitude, your personality, and interest, now it's the time for you to evaluate yourself. In terms of aptitude naman, check your grades. Check kung saan ka mas magaling. Let's say, kung magaling ka sa math, you can be an engineer, you can take information technology, or more on math field. Or if your aptitude is more on science, pwede kang mag-bio, pwede kang mag-medtech, pwede kang mag-medicine, and what else. So, in terms of your personality, you have to identify kung ano yung personality na meron ka. Let's say, for example, if you are a realistic person, you are an investigative person, you are artistic person, or social person, an enterprising person, or conventional person, you really need to know that one. Now, I'll give you an idea later about those factors or those personality or traits na pwede mong i-determine sa sarili mo. And also, I'll give you an idea or tips or practical tips in terms of choosing the right course or right strand for you in the future. To determine those personality and interest that I've already mentioned to you, we're going to use this RIASIC test. The RIASIC test is commonly used to determine or to test the career interest of the student. So, RIASIC stands for realistic, investigative, artistic, social, enterprising, and conventional. So, we're going to discuss one by one those personality for you to be able to determine na ganito ako. Ito yung personality traits ko. And ito yung mga courses, possible courses na pwede kong i-take sa college. Okay? Now, let's begin with realistic. When you say realistic, you love simplifying things. Hindi ka masyado komplikadong tao. Mas realistic ka sa mga bagay-bagay. You are into mechanical. You love working with mechanical or electrical tools or equipment. You love you love building things, and you love using tools. So, in your career path, in terms of your career path, pwede kang mag-engineer, in which pwede kang mag-enroll sa College of Engineering sa Mindanao State University or Mindanao State University system. So, pwede. May mga courses na pwede silang available na pwede kang mag-enroll doon. You can be a forester also, in which we have the College of Forestry Environmental Studies. Pwede ka din doon mag-enroll. You can be an industrial art teacher also. So, you can go to College of Education to enroll and to become an industrial art teacher. Also, you can be an IT professional, in which meron din tayong College of Information and Computer Studies or Computing Studies. So, pwede kang magpunta doon. Now, let's proceed to investigative. When you say investigative, you are a curious person and a science-oriented person. Meaning, you love investigating, you like collecting data, you are into science. Okay? You like science, technology, research, investigating, more on study of natural sciences. So, yun yung personality mo as a person. Now, in terms of your career path, pwede kang maging chemist, pwede kang maging physician or doctor, you can be a psychologist, and also you can be an IT professional or engineer. Again, nandito na naman si IT professional and engineer. In reality, all industry or nowadays in the digital era, lahat ng government offices, private offices, or any industry is meron silang IT doon, IT field. So, I'm already giving a practical tips kung ano ba yung pinaka-in-demand na course or pinaka-in-demand job nowadays. Especially that we are in the skill-based market. Meaning, regardless of what course are you, so long that you have the skills, so long that you have the knowledge, in terms of that work, pwede. Okay? Unlike before na it really, ang laking edge if you really finish this certain course. But nowadays, as what I've told you, nasa skill-based market na tayo. If you're knowledgeable of something, pwede yun. To give you an example is ako. I'm an IT graduate, therefore wala sa course description namin yung teaching or communicating to other people. Where we're trained to design an application, where we're trained to understand algorithm or develop a web-based application. Wala sa skills namin yung or sa description namin yung pagtuturo, pag-engage sa other people. But I train my skills in terms of communication, in terms of teaching, in terms of sharing my idea to other people. That is why I got this job. That is why I was able to teach. I was able to land as an IT professor. So yun yung sinasabi ko na if you have the skills and knowledge, na yan yung magiging advantage or edge mo among other people na nakatapos sa same course na kinuha mo. Okay? Another one, we have this what we call artistic person. When you say artistic person, you are a creative person. As a creative person or as a artist person, you love painting, you love designing, you love reading books or reading literature, you love listening music, you love dancing. And the possible career path na pwede mong i-take in the future is pwede ka maging teacher. Kasi as we all know, teacher is very creative. Creative sa paggawa ng lesson plan, lessons, and also pag-deliver ng mga lectures nila. You can be a game developer also. Number one requirement to become a game developer is you need to be creative. You need to be an artistic. In a way na, paggawa pa lang ng game environment, paggawa pa lang ng mga character build design is kakaiba na or artistic way na siya or aesthetically pleasing na siya. Another one, pwede kang maging writer, pwede kang maging reporter. Now, if you wanted to be a writer, pwede kang mag-enroll sa College of Social Sciences and Humanities. Pwede kang mag-take ng AB English or pwede kang maging English major. Pwede din sa Filipino department, pwede kang mag-enroll as AB Filipino. So, madaming available. If you wanted to be a game developer, pwede ka din pumunta sa amin sa College of Information and Computing Sciences kasi we offer that course. Then, teacher naman, we have the College of Education. Okay? Another one, we have this what we call social personality. When you say social personality, you are a service-oriented person. As a social service-oriented person, you love teaching, you love helping other people, and also you love guiding or counseling other people. Now, yung mga career path naman na pwede mong or pwede applicable sa'yo as a person, as a social person, pwede kang maging teacher. Okay, for you to become a teacher, mag-enroll ka muna sa College of Education. And of course, finish that course. Another one, we have counselor. Sa counselor naman, you can go sa King Fi. Kasi they have Islamic study. Pwede kang maging Sharia lawyer. Or mayroon silang international relation, IR. Pwede ka din for you to be knowledgeable about the international law. Or pwede ka din pumunta sa public administration, sa public ad. Now, sa nursing naman, you can go din sa College of Health Sciences. Pwede doon. Then, social worker, we also have the College of Public Administration. We also have this, what we call enterprising personality. When you say enterprising personality, you are a business-oriented person. Meaning to say, business-minded kang tao. Okay? You like selling, you like persuading other people, directing or influencing other people, supervising and managing a business. So basically, yung mga career path na pwede mong i-take in the future is pwede kang maging manager, pwede kang maging market analyst, pwede ka din maging broker or HR or human resource. Okay? The last personality in RIASIC is the conventional personality. When you say conventional personality, you are a highly organized person. Basically, you like organizing file or stuff. You like designing systematic procedures. So, ayaw mo nang magulo. You like organizing stuff. So, basically, yung career path na pwede mong i-venture in the future is pwede kang maging CPA, pwede kang maging banker, pwede kang maging information analyst, pwede kang maging financial expert. So, yun yung mga career na applicable or suitable sa'yo having that personality, which is the conventional personality. Now that we already have a background in terms of API in which we can use that framework to identify what is aptitude, what is personality, what is interest of a person, in which very important to choose or to be successful in our chosen career. And also, we as a person will be able to identify our personality, our interest using the RIASIC test. You know what? You're so lucky because at your age, most probably you're 15, 16, 18 to 19, I guess. Kasi during my time, nung pa-college na ako, I was 15. And during that time, I don't have a background about the API, what is RIASIC. To tell you honestly, I don't know kung bakit ako nag-IT. I only choose IT because my parents told me na eto ganyan. Okay? And I'm not blaming them for that. In fact, I'm so thankful kasi I follow them. So ano nga ba yung mga in-demand career na pwede natin i-take, okay, for the employability? Because of course, we need to think about that one kasi we invest doon sa pag-aaral natin sa from elementary, high school, college, or senior high school, then college, then nag-invest ka doon. So of course, right after you graduate, you're expecting a return of investment. Yung sinatawag nila na ROI, return of investment. So, let's identify kung ano ba yung mga courses or mga career na in demand nowadays. Una na dyan yung mga medical related job. Like for example, yung nurse, yung doctor, yung dentist, okay? Medtech, yun yung mga in demand nowadays. Now, me as an IT expert, allow me to give you an overview about the career opportunity in computing sciences, okay? If you're going to Google what is the highest job in the Philippines in 2020 or 2021, nangunguna na dyan yung IT sector, okay? Bakit nga ba? In reality kasi, nowadays, as what I've told you, we're living in a 21st century in which lahat na is IT-related. What does it mean IT-related? No matter what course are you or whatever field are you, mapa-government agency pa man yan or mapa-private agency or sector or corporate, lahat may IT dyan. Mayroong IT expert. Okay? And not only that, yung pinaka-highest paid din na work dito sa Philippines is IT expert. Okay? In fact, if you're going to, if you're going to Google yung highest paying job in the Philippines in 2021, lalabas doon or tatlo doon, sa lalabas doon is IT related, such as yung IT sector, yung quality assurance and quality control, and web developer. Yun yung mga in demand nowadays, especially in corporate. Okay? So, I'm just giving you an idea kung ano ba talaga, and it's very practical to be an IT expert. Okay? Ano ba yung mga career opportunity na pwede natin i-venture if mag-enroll ako sa IT or mag-comsci ako or mag-IS ako? Anyway, in terms of IT, when I say IT, I'm referring to information technology. When I say IS, I'm referring to information system. CS naman is computer science, in which lahat yun related or lahat yun ino-offer sa College of Information and Computing Sciences. Again, another in-demand job or career na pwede nyo din adventure nowadays is yung mga related job na inline sa social-oriented services. For example, yung teaching, yung edu. Okay, yung mga teachers. Yan, mga hindi man yan ngayon. We have the social worker, especially in Mindanao. Grabe yung in-demand or grabe yung market sa social worker. Especially sa BARM. Nursing also. Nursing, pwede dito sa Philippines and also pwede ka mag-abroad. So, yun yung mga factors and the rest na ng mga courses. Depende na sa inyo yun. I'm just giving an input, and also you as a person, it's your job to do your research kung ano ba yung pwede nyong i-take. I'm only giving you yung mga sa tingin ko, and also based on the research then kung ano yung mga in-demand courses or in-demand career in the 21st century, especially na ngayon is nasa digital era na tayo. Okay? Now, another one also na gusto ko din i-highlight is yung skills. Okay? Ano ba yung skills? As what I've said kanina, na regardless of what course or career ang gusto mong i-venture, pero if wala ka namang skills or required skills doon sa specific job na yon, useless din or hindi mo din mapapakinabangan yung natapos mo. Bakit? Let's say for example, nag-graduate ka ng marketing, okay? Or expertise mo is programming, pero wala kang skills in terms of programming. So paano ka ma-hire as a programmer, okay? Or marketing, tapos hindi ka marunong gumamit ng computer, such as hindi ka marunong mag-design using Photoshop, hindi ka marunong mag-encode, or whatnot. So, paano ka ma-hire? That is why I wanted to emphasize also na if you wanted to succeed on a certain field, you need to have the skills, okay? Not only the degree itself, but also the skills. Now that you already have an idea kung ano yung mga in-demand job nowadays in the 21st century, another factor also na dapat mong gawin as a college student, once nasa college na kayo, you need to start building your portfolio. Ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng portfolio? Kung ano yung mga training, seminar, at saka yung kung ano yung mga natapos mo. Okay? Kailangan mo yun i-build yung sarili mo in a way na once you graduate, pwede mong ipagmayabang or pwede mong sabihin na ito yung mga natapos ko, ito yung mga na-achieve ko, ito yung portfolio ko as a professional. Kasi basically yun yung unang-unang titingnan ng employer mo. Before they will hire you, they will check kung ano ba yung mga educational background mo, ano ba yung skills mo, ano ba yung mga natapos mo, and which yun yung gusto mong or gusto kong sabihin sa inyo na kailangan yung i-start to build up your portfolio. Another one also is that even though you're not matalino, kasi baka sabihin mo na, ay nako sir, hindi na lang ako magka-college kasi hindi naman ako matalino, or baka hindi lang ako mag-succeed doon sa gusto kong career. Remind you, okay? Hindi lahat ng nagsasucceed is matalino. And I would like to quote this one na daig pa ng masipag ang matalino. So yun yung magiging key factor ninyo. Maging masipag kayo, maging consistent kayo, or maging perseverance kayo na no matter what challenges that you may encounter along the process, kasi it's given na, okay? It's given na if you wanted to be a successful, hindi lahat is madali, or hindi magiging madali ang journey mo. That is why from the very beginning of my speech or my lecture is inuna ko na yung API, yung aptitude mo, yung personality mo, and also your interest. Kasi if you really wanted to do something na alam mo sa sarili mo na yun na magiging future mo, yun ang gusto mo maging future, yun ang magpapahappy sa'yo, regardless of challenges, I tell you, regardless of challenges and obstacle na pwede mong ma-encounter in the future, you will going to finish it. You have the perseverance to finish it, to face it, and to surpass it. Okay? So yun yung gusto kong malaman or gusto kong i-share sa inyo. I hope you've learned something from my lecture, and I hope to see you in the future na someday, somehow, mag-meet tayo tapos sasabihin mo sa akin na, sir, I was one of the participant of the virtual orientation na isa ka sa mga speakers doon. And thank you very much for sharing this one, and this one, and this one. And I also encourage you to listen for the other speakers kasi I'm pretty sure madami kayong learning na makukuha doon. Okay? So thank you very much for listening and have a nice day. Okay? Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh.
Thank you so much. Now we'll hear an introduction for the 7th speaker from Ms. Johaira Marudin Mampon, a faculty member for junior high and senior high.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Our next speaker for this event is a woman of virtue and simplicity. She graduated Doctor of Medicine at Mindanao State University College of Medicine, Marawi City, year 2019. She finished Bachelor of Science in Nursing at San Pedro College, Davao City, year 2012, with flying colors and being awarded as Honorable Mention, Best in Community Nursing and Best in Obstetric Nursing. Among her more significant achievements are the passing of the Philippine Physician Licensure Examination last November 2020 and Licensure Examination last December 2012. At present, she is connected at the Ministry of Health as a Rural Health Unit Physician in one of the municipalities in Lanao del Sur. Without further ado, please join me as a welcome Dr. Omneya M. Mustafa.
To the unit principal, Ma'am Kunaida Kamama, to the faculty and staff, students, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. Good day, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank the principal and the faculty for having me here as one of your speakers. As you can see, I am not a very good speaker, so please bear with me. Allow me to congratulate the students for almost finishing a certain stage in your lives. And soon, you'll be starting a new one. This time, it is one of the most important transitions in your lives. Hindi ito yung usual na end of the school year and then mag-enroll kayo ng new school year. Because this time, you are going to establish your career. And your career might last you a lifetime. Pwedeng ito na yung maging habang buhay na trabaho ninyo. Although, there are people na nag-change ng career along the way and it worked for them. It's also possible. So let me share some tips for you. In choosing your career, I want you to consider your happiness. It's difficult to work on something na hindi kayo masaya. Don't worry, minsan may mga career na gusto natin sa simula hanggang huli. And minsan, at first hindi natin gusto, hindi tayo masaya. But along the way, we learn to love the job and we learn to be happy about it. It's important because no matter how much the profit na maibibigay ng career sa atin, at the end of the day, we will get exhausted. We will face challenges. And if we are not happy of what we are doing, then it won't make sense. Another thing is that when you choose your dream, do not put limitations to it. One toxic na attitude natin is, sasabihin ng ibang tao, napakataas ng pangarap mo, or napakababa ng pangarap mo. You cannot measure your dreams. When I was young, I never dreamed of being a doctor. Kasi galing ako sa middle class na family. We are 5 children, and I am the second eldest. Feeling ko, hindi yun ma-afford ng parents ko. But then, Allah was so generous to me, He gave me a lot of opportunities. Of course, I had my tough times then. I wasn't able to proceed to medicine immediately. Instead, I was able to work for 2 years before I could proceed to medicine. But still, I made it. As you can see, in Allah, nothing is impossible. So wag niyong isipin na, ito pang mayaman lang ito. Another thing is, I have a classmate. Way back in elementary, we never expect him to be a doctor. And yes, he is now about to take his physician licensure exam. When we were in elementary, he was struggling academically. So, hindi namin inisip na magiging doctor siya. But now, look at him. He is about to become a doctor himself. So, huwag niyong isipin na, pang matalino lang yan. Also, sasabihin ng ibang tao, yan lang yung pangarap mo, ang babaw naman. Guys, do not belittle other professions or other career. Everyone has a role in the society and every role is important. So as long as you're not breaking the law of Allah, the law of the country, the law of the society, and so as long as wala kayong tinatamakang tao, if you want that dream, pursue it. And finally, you have to work hard for your dreams. Always remember, there is no shortcut. Ang mga nakaka-shortcut lang ay yung mga taong nag-cheat in life, yung mga taong gumagawa ng illegal things, and of course, yung mga taong talagang maswerte lang sa buhay. And yung swerte guys is minsan lang talaga. Most of the time, hard work ang puhunan. You can ask your parents, your titos and titas, your teachers, and you can read on the autobiography of the successful people. You will know na muhunan sila ng pawis, ng luha, and hard work. And hard work never betrays. Daig po ng masipag ang matalino. But of course, if you are smart and at the same time you are very diligent, that's another story. I know it's very difficult nowadays because of the pandemic. The pandemic is a very big crisis to all of us. And of course, alam ko na nagpapahirap yun sa inyo because the future becomes uncertain. Some families are struggling financially and some families are affected kasi may mga members sila na natamaan ng COVID. And of course, when one family member is sick, the whole family is affected emotionally and psychologically. But I hope na hindi ito maging hadlang sa inyo. Think that Allah has prepared something for you, and in Allah, nothing is impossible. Keep on preparing for your dreams. Keep on working hard for your dreams. Do not let the pandemic affect you. Try to be productive at home. Try to spare some time in learning things that are important in school, that are important in your chosen career, that are important in life. Ang daming mga videos, mga articles, no? Ang daming mga resources sa internet na pwede niyo yung gamitin at mapagkukunan ng mga lessons in life. So try to spare some time. Try to be productive. Find ways to improve your skills, to improve your knowledge, and then at the same time, try to be a little help sa family niyo. Some people are earning online, some people, if you cannot earn online, you can help work at home, no? So, do not waste your time. You can take your time, take it slowly. If you haven't decided on your career, it's okay. You can take your time, but do not waste your time. No? Ever since the pandemic has started, akala natin parang paulit-ulit lang yung mga nangyayari, but actually, lumilipas na yung panahon, na pag-iiwanan na tayo. And by the time it's over, baka mahaba na masyado yung na-miss ninyo na oras if you keep on just sitting around na walang ginagawa. So work hard on your dreams. Pursue it, prepare for it, and do not get discouraged. Trust in Allah. Before I end this, I would like to share some pros and cons na na-experience ko in medicine for those who are planning to pursue the medical field. First, sasabihin ko yung mga hindi ko nagustuhan masyado sa medical field. I'm not saying this para i-discourage kayo, but I want to prepare you so that you can brace yourself. And of course, para hindi kayong magkaroon ng mga false expectation or fake expectations. So one thing I don't like about the medical field is, when you work in the hospital, actually dadaan ka talaga sa hospital because of the internship, the clerkship, but after that, you can choose to practice in the hospital or not, or outside the hospital. So, if you are in the hospital, hindi mo hawak ang oras mo. In the medical field, wala kang ilulook forward na weekends, wala kang ilulook forward na holidays. It depends on your work off. No, kung kailan ka mag-o-off. It's regardless of holidays and weekends. So sometimes you will miss a lot of family events, you will miss a lot of holidays. And another thing is, hindi ka makakapiling ng break mo. Halimbawa, lunch break mo, tapos may dumating na pasyente. You cannot say na, ay, sandali lang ma'am, lunch break pa namin. Because, yung mga kinikater ninyo is may sakit. There are people who are in discomfort, people who are struggling with their lives. No, so you cannot delay that. You have to prioritize the sick. Also, do not expect na sa medicine, malaki ang compensation. Nung gumraduate ako ng nursing, the salary was 8,000 to 12,000. But luckily, ngayon tumaas na. However, the competition are very high. But because of the pandemic, syempre, in demand na yung mga medical jobs. People are expecting na yung mga doctors sumasalary sila ng 100,000 a month. Please do not expect na napakalaki ng salary ng mga doctors. Because if you keep on counting the money, the profit, it will just disappoint you guys. In life, it's not all about the profit. And whatever career you choose, if you are going to be rich, if you are going to profit a lot, then it's meant to happen. Kahit ano pa yung career na piliin ninyo. So do not think too much of the profit. Okay? But what I love about the medical field is that it's very service-oriented. It's far from corruption. It's not a zero corruption talaga, I know, but you can help a lot of people. Kahit hindi ka makatulong when it comes to money at the hospital, people who are sick, who are in discomfort, who are having so much problem, no, you can provide comfort to them. When you're providing health teachings, education, you are already helping them. And you know, it cures the soul. Being able to serve the people, it cures your soul because pag pagod na pagod ka and tapos yung mga tao parang sobrang nagpapasalamat sila sa'yo, you know, it cures yung pagod mo. And of course, it's very important to have one family member na alam ang gagawin when it comes to health. It's sad kapag nakakarinig ako ng mga kwento na napabayaan, maliit lang na sakit sana pero napabayaan kasi nga walang nakapag-advise doon sa family na ganito ang gagawin. So kumbaga maliit lang sana na problema pero lumaki na problem. So because walang family member na may alam sa health and wala silang mapagtatanungan. And being a doctor in the family, it comforts me, no? Pag may mga sakit yung mga family member mo, they will call you and you can help them. Then, especially during this pandemic, ang dami-daming takot magpunta sa doktor. Even the rich people, no? Takot silang mag-doktor. So, yung mga relatives namin, kahit mayayaman sila, hindi sila pupunta doon sa mga specialist kasi takot silang pumunta sa doctor, and they will call me kahit na general physician lang ako, and I can help them. So, just imagine the things that you can do for them. So, and napaka-broad ng medical field. You can practice not only in the hospital, you can do community works, you can do research, you can even teach. So, I hope na maraming mag-pursue sa inyo ng mga medical field because it is very necessary. And I wish the best for you students. I wish you luck. Please work hard and pray hard for your dreams. So, good luck and thank you again. Have a good day.
A'udzu billahi minasy syaithanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Throughout our lives, we encounter many situations where we could suffer from a wrong guidance or we could benefit from right and unbiased advice. It may be about deciding what to eat, what and whether or not to buy something, what and whether or not to do something, especially in deciding what track or strand to take in senior high school or what degree program to take in college. Generally, people end up taking the wrong path in achieving their goals. They may realize that the career option they have chosen isn't meant for them, or that it isn't strong enough to keep them motivated or excited throughout their professional lives. That is where a guide steps in. Our dear students, in today's virtual career guidance orientation, the information, knowledge, skills, and experience necessary to help you decide if what strand to take in your senior high school and what degree program to take in college were presented and discussed by our expert resource speakers coming from different professions and institutions. We hope that through this event, you can now decide properly and wisely. The decision that you will make is very important because it will result in your financial, social, and emotional well-being in the future. Please continue pursuing your dreams. Do not be discouraged by the challenges that we are facing right now, specifically the COVID-19 pandemic. As our theme states, pangarap ay mahalaga, panahon man ng pandemya. Do not allow this pandemic to stop you from serving the community and from continuing your faith to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Thank you and assalamu alaikum.
Now we are down to the last part of this program, but before that, let us honor our dear resource speakers for gracing this event by awarding them this plaque of commendation. Republic of the Philippines, Mindanao State University, Malabang Community High School, Tubok, Malabang, Lanao del Sur awards this plaque of commendation to Supervisor Mila D. Lacambra, Jaymar M. Solarte, Major Mary Jill M. Manigbas, Professor Zahia B. Hajisale, Dr. Aldrich June B. Karaekle, Dr. Omneya M. Mustafa, and Professor Zakaria B. Gulam, in grateful recognition of their invaluable ideas shared during the first virtual career guidance orientation for grade 10 and grade 12 with this year's theme, Pangarap ay Mahalaga Panahon Man ng Pandemya, at MSU Malabang Community High School, given this 12th day of July 2021. Signed, Dr. Kunaida G. Kamama, the Unit Principal.